Hello, everybody. We had a fast load here. We got game 2 of our King of the World launch tournament. I am Binary Brandon, joined by mybloodhurts, who we will see in-game as Jake. And we will see Webster1664 making his return. The only player to play in the first round and advance onwards. He put up strong showing against Bob Trees. We're going to see Webster on the White Army, taking a quick tower. And we will see the Purple Army also taking a quick tower here. And he will actually get a region bonus. That's going to be a big buff. He's got that 2 extra gold. Again, doesn't sound like much, but when you've got that 6 gold instead of 4 gold, it can make a difference. But the difference here is that Webster's actually going to wind up getting more gold when he gets this region. So it will not be until the end of turn 2. So we'll see how things turn out. And now we see in Tower Hamlets, looks like mybloodhurts wants to take. Yeah, Tower Hamlets is where he's going to move. And we're going to see Webster easily move over, take this region in Croydon. Once he gets his 1 region, 8 gold. Look at that. So with 1 region, he's getting as much as Jake is with 2 regions. So at this point, Jake only has a 2 gold advantage overall, which is not really much, considering they're both making 8 gold per turn. So we're going to keep an eye on our purple in the middle, but for a moment here, we're going to follow Webster in the south. He's got these 2 units. Not sure what he's going to try to get done with them. Maybe just move them into position to attack one of these towers in Sutton or in Merton. Perhaps just moving them out. 10 seconds till the end of the turn. And also we see, again, just 3 units instead of the 4 that's usually necessary to take a tower, especially something like Westminster, where you've got to move from the south and you'll get plucked the whole way along. Oh, here's the play from Webster. Very smart. Moves his units over. He sees that he has a tower already in Merton, so he's able to produce out of that. Get those extra 2 guys to back him up, and then moving north, he's got himself a 2nd region. That'll give him 10 gold. And if mybloodhurts doesn't wind up getting another region before the end of turn 3, you're going to see an advantage start to creep up for Webster. He's got these heavy infantry, I believe they're called. Heavy droid. Got the heavy droid in the sci-fi race. 22 seconds. He does have 3 regions, 10 gold apiece. He might even get a 4th region here. He will, taking advantage of the fact that the heavy droids have longer range than a tower does. So now he's going to be getting 12 gold to Webster's 10. Now, we do want to start talking about positioning. Personally, I think Bromley's the best region on any map, because you can line up ranged units all along this wall here and make it just really difficult to come through here. And unfortunately, we haven't seen any players take advantage of that yet. But right after the turn ticks over, we do see Webster get his 3rd region. Jake now up to 5 regions. Look at this purple spreading across the middle of the map. Really using these heavy droids to great effect. Now, the heavy droids, it's worth mentioning, cost 3 gold apiece. But as you can see, 1 single heavy droid can take a tower. So it's going to be interesting to see, once he's taken all these towers, how will he cope with the overwhelming number of units that Webster will have. We don't see much of a clash between these 2 players yet. Webster's still content to just move through. He's really good at this. He builds himself 2 little forces. He's got this unit of towers down in Croydon, and he's got a couple of regions over here in the west. They are somewhat close. Of course, it's worth mentioning there are no towers in between them. There's nothing here. It's just a sort of a dead zone. So there's really not going to be anything that creeps in through there. Now, there is Lambeth, which can move south to attack inwards or west. It'll be interesting to see which way Webster wants to mount his attack, or if he just wants to play defensive, because he's got to do something about mybloodhurts. He is spiraling out of control. 7 regions, but again, only 4 extra gold per turn. These heavy droids really putting in work. And it looks like he's now... No, he is still using the heavy droids to man these towers. He can save himself some gold. Every tower has an option. What color am I? I am black. Every tower has an option. You can hit F to switch the controlling unit of that tower. If he were to just select this tower that has a heavy droid on it, and instead move his droid trooper in, he could have 2 extra units here, and that's 6 gold. So I think that the extra gold, the early advantage that mybloodhurts has, is not going to wind up being too relevant. Now, here's something I always like to talk about, our banners. You see one unit sitting here. See one unit sitting here. One unit sitting here. One here, one here. Because My Blood Hurts has so many regions, hold that thought. Looks like we're going to get our first big engagement here. My Blood Hurts dancing in and out. Looks like he's going to use this this choke point to his advantage. He's got a lot of heavy droids here. I think he's got 4. He's got a handful of the droid troopers. And looks like he's even got one of my favorite units in the game. This guy right here, the melee assault droid. He has 60 DPS. One of the highest DPS in the game. Only costs 5 gold, but he does have the issue of he gets kited. However, against the medieval army, not as big of a problem. We see them dancing back and forth. Now, this is a place where either player can gain a big advantage. This could be a diversionary force while somebody moves in around to the east or come in from the south or just start taking other regions. Webster, content to lose his army here. Looks like he is going to crank out some more units to try to continue this fight. Not sure if that's the right decision. He is building up. He's got 5 on his flag in Croydon. And now at this point, with My Blood Hurts having 22 income, Webster only having 20. If this fight continues and Webster doesn't start expanding on other parts of the map, this game could very quickly go My Blood Hurts' way. We don't see much movement around the map. And I stand corrected. Webster doing what he does best, this sort of annoying split push style. Move a couple guys out here, a couple guys out there, take a tower here, take a tower there. Looks like this might be a misclick. Oh, wow. Big force moving into Richmond. My Blood Hurts. I think he wants to start taking some of these towers away from Webster. We did say that we thought Webster would have a slight advantage having a little bit of momentum coming into this game, having already played today. And now you can see this white chunk over here on the map has just stopped moving. Webster's putting all his attention right here in Richmond. None of these units really taking any damage. Also worth mentioning that the sci-fi army and the medieval army, neither of them have a healing unit. The only one who has a healing unit is the standard army. And now we see some knights start to come out. Is this going to be the answer to these long-range units? And I like this play from Webster a lot. He's moving just a few units in here. Almost as an annoyance force. Just to maybe make an overcommittal. And we do see 10 gold being spent to deal with them. Although neither of those units really taking too much damage. Now another big force in Richmond. We do see both of those knights going down. No, I'm sorry. There's still a couple alive. One knight down. There's still one knight that's looking pretty healthy. If My Blood Hurts micros his units and he puts them on this knight, I don't know what's going to wind up happening. Oh my gosh, he even brings out the Cyborg Squad. Making a heavy investment here in Richmond, but I think this is going to wind up working out for him. He manages to repel Webster entirely back into Wandsworth. And now My Blood Hurts is able to move in. And he's going to start getting at the economy of Webster. We're coming up on turn 10 here. We're about halfway through turn 9. We'll take a look at the income in just a minute after this engagement. Looks like maybe he doesn't need to push all that hard. Again, something that Webster has exhibited in his matches is he knows that he doesn't need to force the issue when he has the advantage. Perhaps My Blood Hurts may not be as disciplined and may push out and perhaps get a little overcommitted. So we do see Webster with almost no army. He's got a little chunk down here in Croydon, but I think those were just his banner units. He's got one here on his banner, one there on his banner. And ticking over turn 10, we see 24 gold per turn for My Blood Hurts. 9 regions. Make that 26 and 10 as he moves east and takes Wandsworth. And we only see 4 regions and 16 gold per turn for Webster. Webster now building up in Waltham. Again, this is just what Webster does really well. He's able to split his forces across the map, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Again, we see both of these towers laying into him. He's got 5 droid troopers and the heavy droid. Looks like he may wind up taking this. We do see a few more heavy droids coming out. No, My Blood Hurts does not want to give this up. He's making a very expensive defense here. That's 20 gold. I'm sorry, that's 18 gold. 18 gold. That is his entire income. I'm sorry, that would be Webster's entire income for a turn. And he's able to just spend it almost carelessly. And even at the same time, he's still moving around the map in Merton, moving into Kingston. Boy, Webster's overall map awareness not working out for him. Building up more knights to try to engage here with these cyborg squad units. Cyborg squad units, very similar to the droid troopers, except that they do more than twice the DPS. And we see the GG from Webster. Wow! Amazing showing from My Blood Hurts. Really putting the hurt on Webster. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Your winner is going to be My Blood Hurts. He's going to move on. These sci-fi units, he seems to really know his limits. He knows who can do what. And I really liked his decision of taking a lot of early land, using those heavy droids that you can see positioned still on a bunch of these towers. Using those to get a big gold boost early on. That's something that I'm gonna try out in my matches. So once again, we will bring up the bracket for you. Here it is. This was your game 2. We're going to see My Blood Hurts moving on into the semifinals. Webster, of course, coming from this very first match against Bob Trees. We're going to see who My Blood Hurts is going to be up against, either Eki Yakov or Bratstravad Nodkane. And on the other side of the bracket, we see Puero versus William FM and the Chen versus Flu. So, that does it for Game 2, guys. We'll see you in Game 3.